Listen.
And you are the problem.
Will you calm down?
What's going on?
Guys, listen, don't hate me. Don't get in my. Do not get in my. You better get your ass and get your. You want us to get back up. Back up. Back up.
Run.
You got the
Run, brother.
back up. Get your hands up.
Don't throw Michael.
Get your and go now.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing? You guys good? Just a disclaimer, this right here, this is a non-musical reaction. I want us to talk about something real quick. You know that anything that has to do with motherland, a brother and sister in the diaspora around motherland, I always drop by and we talk about it. I mean, and this vlog is to talk about something which I've been watching for some time now, and it's really disgusting, but we need to talk about it. I mean, before we get started, please do not forget to be part of the family. I mean, join the family, because I'm going to do my best henceforth to be dropping at least 3 to 5 vlogs per day. And I mean, let's get back to traction. Let's get back to that level where we were. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about there's this show that has been airing in America, 90 Days Fiancé. Now, if you don't know what 90 Days Fiancé is, it's an immigration system whereby somebody who's an American or somebody who is a permanent resident in America meets another person from a different country, and then they are given either a K1, I think the category is K visas. You come into America, you have 90 days to get married. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been following this show for a couple of years now, and a whole lot of interesting characters have been on that show. And recently, there's been this character from Nigeria, man. He goes by the name Michael. Michael, I think it's Lenasimi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right. Please forgive me for my pronunciation of my brother's name. He's my brother because he's from Nigeria. And there's also this brother from Cameroon. He goes by the name Kobe. Now, I want to focus on the Mr. Michael from Nigeria. And this is actually why I'm making this vlog. This man met an old lady. She goes by the name Angela. I don't even want to know her other name, but this show has been, whew, bro, it has been terrible for this brother called Michael. Now, I want to talk about something which, as an African, we all know that has been going down in Africa, where the situation where, I don't know if it's sugar mommyism or is what, I don't get it, or it's cougarism, I don't even know, man, because we've had situations where young Africans have been married to very, very old Europeans and very, very old Westerners, just so that they can benefit and they move to the Westerners' country. It is not been common under this system to see somebody who's 25 getting married to a lady who's 60, somebody who's 30 getting married to a lady that is almost 70. It's been going on, and I mean, we laugh at it, but this is really a dire situation, because it's come to this level where African governments and leadership are so lame, are so weak, are so corrupt that they have destroyed the fabric of every country in Africa, that youth are looking for every possible means to go out of their country. Every unorthodox means to go out of the country. Now, this plays back to the political elite in Africa. But, well, I don't want to dwell upon that. Let's come back to Mr. Michael. And with the 90 Days Fiancé, man, this show started, man, it was a rough terrain for my brother Michael, man. This lady flew out to, of course, they met online, and then, you know, the rest is, you know. This lady flew out to Nigeria, and even while the show was at the phase where she was in Nigeria, man, you could have told that there was going to be problems. It was one fight to the next. It was one disrespect to the next. And then some of us are like, maybe it's because she doesn't know how things work in Africa. Like, okay. And then we saw the whole system where the brother had issues of, the visa situation and whatnot. And then finally, this brother gets his visa and he moves to America. Now, while they were in Africa, I think there was a situation where, she thought that, he was, I don't know, he was not being loyal, that he cheated and whatnot, so. But the moment that this man moved to America, into this lady's house, man, it has been terrible. It has been, man, you can really see the vile nature of some of these Westerners, especially Africans. This lady has been, man, nothing but, like, you watch the show. Every time I watch the show, man, I found myself getting angry, like really pissed off, because you can actually see that slave ownership mentality that this old ugly lady had on Michael. Now, I'm saying this because Michael is a fellow African, which I am not just saying because it was a dire situation, but if you are moving in with an old lady and they treat you like this, and you can definitely see that this brother he is a very, very calm and a very, very down-to-earth human being. Now, it got to the situation where this lady didn't trust this Michael enough that she actually hired a private investigator to see if this brother was cheating. Now, some people are like this, man. You have something in your head, you don't want to let go of that ish. Now, in the get-together show, man, the private investigator showed this lady that this man is actually not doing anything like cheating on her. And then she kept calling this man a fraudster. Like, how petty, how vile, how evil are you that you would just degrade a man like so bad? Like, you could actually see in the show, during the recordings of this show, TLC, that some of these other couples, they just felt bad for this brother, man. But this brother, man, look, African man, we can stomach a whole lot of things. Trust me, an African man will stomach and stomach and stomach until he cannot take it anymore. This lady will spit on this brother's face. This lady will just blow up on this man's face, throw water on his face, push this man around, threaten that she was going to send this man back to Nigeria. And bro, recently that I was checking this video, man, this brother got tired of it and he had enough, and he asked, like, you know what, send me back to Africa. Now, I'm doing this vlog to say this to my fellow brothers and sisters, man. Look, you gotta set standards, man. You have to put your foot on the ground. You need to decide, man. The kind of people just because you want to move out of Africa, of that system that our political elites have put us into, is horrible. This was actually abuse. Now, it baffles me to see that at the end of it all, I am very, very glad that this brother had enough of it and he walked out of that relationship. Yes, this brother left this old ugly, I don't even know, illiterate of a lady. I'm sorry I'm saying this about it, but if you watch this 90-Day Fiancé, this Angela and Michael situation, my brothers and sisters from motherland, you will be upset. Any decent human being will be upset. And I kept watching it, I'm like, man, is it that there are no Nigerians lawyers, to help this brother out? And hold and behold, man, this man left this old lady, this old devil, this old demon of this old slave mentality owner-ish. And he walked out of this lady's life. Now, I'm coming out to say this, man. This is what I want to say. Please, do not let any person talk to you anyhow just because they helped you get into America. Now, with everything and the footages and that was on TLC, I think TLC needs to be sued too for this whole ish, because that was degrading for the entertainment of other people. It's terrible and it's horrible. This lady kept calling this man a fraudster, a cheat, this and that, but the PI told you that this is not what this man is doing. This man was just quiet, like you could actually see and tell. Like, man, I felt so bad at one time, man. I was like, man, I'm going to write an email to this TLC and just cuss them out. But I'm glad that this man actually moved out, and I pray. Like, I really do pray that no other African can go through what this brother went through in this lady's hands. It is terrible. Like, you literally need to watch this show. Like, I know some of you probably already watching the show, but man, no human being has to be treated that way just because they want to move and settle in America. That was slavery. That was mental abuse. That was psychological. That was torture. And I do pray, man, hey, if you've not watched that show, 90 Days Fiancé, Angela and Michael, please go watch it. And you will definitely understand what MisterJaay is talking about, man. It's going to get you pissed off, but yo, just breathe. I mean, just breathe, man. Hey, I'm rooting for Mr. Michael, and I hope that the Nigerian community around the state where this brother is staying in should step in and help this man out. I mean, that's my take, man. I just wanted to put this out there because, man, we got to be like this, man. You got to be your brother's keeper, man. You got to hold your brother down. I mean, I'm out of here. Peace. Do not forget to share, and do not forget to watch, man, 90 Days Fiancé. Be good, be nice, man. Have a great weekend.